Hey flower folks, welcome to Sheer Inspirations. My name is Sheer and I'm a botanist and a horticulturist, founder of Sheer Inspirations, located in Southern California, High Desert Zone 8B9A borderline. In today's video, we are going to talk all about flowering quince, botanical name Chaenomeles. In your cutting garden, I'm going to give you an update on one that I grew from bare root in my garden 1 year ago. This plant is hardy from zone 4 to zone 9, and it can be grown from full sun to partial shade depending on where you're located. If you're in the northern areas, you can give it full sun. If you are in the southern states, southwest desert, and so on, partial shade works. I have mine planted in 6 hours of evening sun, and it loves it there. I planted it in 2019. As you can see here, this was bare root plant that I planted, and it grew. It's not a very fast grower. However, it adds a beautiful hedge row and makes a great cut flower in late winter and early spring, as well as bird food later on in the season. Now, you can add this as a security hedge along multiple plants, or if you want to start a small plant like I have here, I had a plant friend send this to me. Here is the plant 1 year later from the bare root that I grew. As you can see, it's not a very fast grower, but it's a very healthy grower, and it continues to look evergreen. I am still a few years out from getting flowers. However, I'm very happy to report that it is doing great in the soil that I have it in. This plant is not particular about soil. However, it will do better in slightly acidic soil. So what I do is I give it a fertilizer smoothie of orange peels. I collect my orange peels, put some water in, and using my stick blender, make that smoothie and then put it around the plant and then heavily water it so it acts like a slow release fertilizer, and it makes the soil acidic, and this plant seems to love it. This can also be grown in areas that are terraces or high floors or roof decks. Make sure that you are protecting it from strong winds, as they can be a danger because they can snap branches. I live in a very high wind area in the desert, and I have it in a place where it's not going to get wind damage. And if you feel that that's going to be the case, then go ahead and provide it some bamboo canes and so on. It is very drought tolerant once established. However, you do need to provide water once the plant is young and it's still establishing. It makes a great cut flower when harvested. On the buds are barely opening up, and you can take them inside and force them to bloom, and they will last you anywhere from 10 to 15 days. A similar plant to this is Forsythia that blooms around the same time frame this one does. In general, flowering quince is a tough and undemanding plant to grow, but it does need regular and proper pruning to maintain an attractive form. This plant can easily descend into an unsightly, naughty-looking mess if an annual pruning routine is neglected. It flowers on old wood, so plan to prune it late spring after the blooms have faded. Identify the oldest stem and cut a third of them back to the ground. Remove any weak and dead, damaged stems and cross branches. It is also good to take out some interior branches to allow good circulation and light in the center of the plant, giving your flowering quince a head start on next year's flower display. This plant comes in many different colors, shapes, and sizes. You can purchase the flowers that have whites, pinks, reds, and peaches. The most common one is this pink one here that is readily available and grown in older cottage gardens. Then we have the double flowers and the peaches and the yellows that can also be purchased, that are their growth habitat is shorter than the normal flowering quince's growth habitat. They can be grown mature height at 3 to 4 foot versus the main original one at 10 foot to 6 to 10 foot depending on its location. You see here, this is a double peach flowering variety. If you can get your hands on some of these flowers, different colors, and you want to make a hedge of a thorny flowering hedge of a plant, this makes a great candidate. They also have reds and oranges and peaches and whites and so on, and all of them are suitable for different kinds of gardens. This adds color at a time when not much else is blooming in our gardens and everything is gray. And you can enjoy the plants and the flowers indoors along with, say, forsythia, as we have here in a vase. And it looks beautiful inside for an indoor arrangement or a messy arrangement or formal arrangement in late winter and early spring. I hope this video added value in your cut flower gardening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!